aside from understanding that you are protected and having faith in God and understanding that with God for you, who could be against you, it's also important to understand sometimes, if you're in spiritual warfare, how things are done, okay? Two very general points. So witches love your chakras, okay? Witches love your subconscious. God kind of showed me this the other day, so I'm going to go ahead and move forward with it and be bold enough to say it here, because I feel like when God speaks, it kind of trumps a lot of other things, okay? So God told me that the amount of people who are depressed on this planet is not normal. Okay, so a lot of the time in spiritual warfare, and a lot of the time when people have certain destinies, we understand the work of cults and witch behavior, especially when they have a destiny that they are targeting. They attack what is called your solar plexus chakra. They attack your sacral chakra. They attack these very important chakras for you not to only lose will, lose hope, lose creativity, lose interest in it, and lose the ability or the strength to move forward and active with it. Okay, so a lot of the time this looks like draining your solar plexus chakra, draining your sacral chakra, but also draining your root chakra, and draining your throat chakra, energy siphoning, which not only allows the witch or the cult or whoever it is that wants it to cloak themselves in your energy so that your blessings and that your opportunities come to them, but they drain your chakras in order for you to feel lazy, to feel depressed, to feel like you're not going to go anywhere. And so a lot of the times you'll not only see a combination of your crown chakra or your head chakras in order to kind of manipulate within you that, oh, there's too much going around that looks like what I do, I'm not creative. So you have that in combination with the taking or the manipulation of your energy in your chakras for you to not take action on it, right? For you to feel like there's nothing special about you, right? So the solar plexus is definitely how we see ourselves, how we how our will is, right? How our will is conducted, how we take action on things, right? And then you have the creative aspect, which is your sacral chakra, right? So that is you birthing things, creating things, having your unique signature. And then you have the root chakra, but to price things, knowing your worth and things like that. But then you have another aspect of knowing your worth, that is your solar plexus chakra, that's right up here, right? And so they will drain that, but they will also manipulate it in a way and use your subconscious that tells you you're not special. I am not protected by God. I am not, you are not special. You are not protected by God. They will get into your subconscious saying that you are blocked, that this is not going to work, that this is not going to happen. There's so many other things out there that are better than I am. Why should I take action on that? Then paired with the why should I take action on that, I'm not special, along with attacking your solar plexus that says you're not, that there's nothing special about me, that I am not unique, and then attacking your creative and birthing center, which is your sacral chakra, on top of the foundation, which is your root chakra. All of that in combination leads to somebody who's not going after the destiny, not approaching things from where they should, not thinking that there's anything special for them, not feeling that God is speaking to them, not feeling like they can take up space in this universe, but also they become very, very and incredibly depressed, feeling like there is no space, there is no avenue, but that they are not special enough to fulfill their part in this universe. This is just, you guys, this little post is me practicing. So there's a lot of things that I missed, some details that I missed, but I wanted to get on here and challenge myself to at least talk about this, and even on just a very basic level. So I may have left something out. This may very well be rough, but I want to make sure that I'm obedient, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to, because I have been under heavy warfare that's trying to stop me from talking, that is trying to have me be very distracted and confused, and to try to put there's a lot going on for me behind the scenes. And so I want to just do this and take this step forward. Like I said, this is very rough, but I'm going to go ahead and post it. And thank you so much. Of course, it's not all going to be in this video, okay? I am working on my long form videos, and I am putting a lot more attention into it. I've been going at a very flow pace with this. making sure that I am very much relaxed, making sure that I don't feel pressured, making sure that I'm not being impulsive, and very much God is working with me on certain levels, and a lot of things are working against me right now. So I just want to tell you guys that if there's something that's missing, if there's something that's weird, I understand, and me and God are working on coming back with it with some more videos. So I love you guys. Have a good day. Of course, along with the chakra work and the subconscious work, remember this is just a rough video. Nothing is organized. I'm just talking and putting stuff out there right now, okay? Of course, along with the chakra work, you have projections and chaos magic, humiliation rituals, and of course, and guys, you know, just a sneak peek, my heavy topics are going to be about cult work and witch work and stuff like that. Okay, so we're talking about through the systems, and we're talking about through higher, you know, I guess organizational systems, life systems and things like that, and rankings and stuff like that, okay? Projecting trauma towards you, doing more things to try to kind of bully you spiritually, if not in the physical. So you guys, especially when you come to know this knowledge, is they're gonna try to bully you, and they are going to bully you in the physical. Okay, they're going to do everything in their power, okay, and a lot of us are going through this, okay, so but a lot of them understand the systems and how people work, okay, so they know that people are already going to look at you in a weird way. A lot of people don't have a certain type of consciousness, and they try their hardest for people not to really locate what is true with these things. So you'll have a bunch of information out there, but a lot of that information is false and misinformation. So when people are saying, you know, if this is such sacred knowledge, why am I able to access it so easily? Or if this is certain knowledge, but a lot of it is falsehood, a lot of it is nuance, a lot of it is, of course, according to different people's situations. But I do want you guys to go onto certain people's page and look at the videos that are blown up, look at the videos that are not blown up, look at what they're talking about, look at and then listen to their stories. You know, go through God and use your discernment and stuff like that. But you have a lot of these larger systems that are able to create havoc. Just like they have government plants, they have spiritual plants too, like people. And now I'm talking about the cults that are on the other side, that are in spirit, that are governing the witches, okay, in the physical, okay. These people have plants as well. They're gonna sit there and be religious and give you certain types of information and pump fear in you in a different way under the guise of knowing Jesus or knowing God and stuff like that. Or they are going to give you certain information that is more fearful based when it comes to spiritual things, so that you would actually be in fear to fall into their agenda. Just know that those are on so many levels. Those are on so many levels. Or put you in fear of being controlled, put you in fear of losing your destiny. They can control you with that too. Like, from the time that you were born, you're born into a family that is unhealed because of certain the systems that we are in. But that's the way that a lot of things have to be done. A lot of people have to be in an eternal state of almost trauma, fight or flight, not feeling safe, and that makes people so much easier to be controlled. When they are depressed, you'll learn that a lot of the tactics that cults and witches use are trying to make you feel unsafe. Okay, make you feel paranoid, that they won't leave you alone, that it's how it goes. You have to feel like you're forever having to be on edge, that someone is always gonna come for you, that someone is always, it's how it goes. And then they'll build an entire design that makes it okay for them to do certain things like this. A lot of people don't have that trigger. So a lot of people who are involved are usually people who are able to be manipulated through money, through jealousy, through grudge, through embarrassment, through fear. Usually the systems use people who are easily able to be manipulated toward kind of surrounded by a larger system that is easily able to be manipulated. And that's how these cults and these witches come for you and target you, the one person within your area who knows certain truths and who knows what the people look like who are in on it. Okay, so with these things, it's how it's designed. Okay, a lot of different reasons for society to be in the states of fight or flight, in fear, to be in jealous modes, to be in competitive modes, to be superficial and artificial, and it's much deeper than you think. People have to feel like they're not going to make it in this society. People have to feel like they are depressed. People have to feel like there's no room. As with these higher systems, they have to be in a state of fight or flight. They have to easily be manipulated. They have to easily buy this and buy that and allow the higher ranks to be in the higher ranks. There can't be any threat. Okay, so it's also much deeper than them taking your destiny. They need it to stay in power. This also makes them more susceptible to come into agreement when they're in their dreams. Okay, what happens is there's a thinning of the veil, there's a thinning in their aura that allows that to be penetrated, for cords to be connected, and for their mental bodies to be fragile. That leaves it open for people to come into agreement in their dreams, but also through songs, also through thoughts, also through projections, also through suggestion. Okay, and these suggestions are coming from across the veil as well. Okay, so when people tell you, when a lot of spiritualists tell you, oh, they don't know what they're doing, it's 100% true. And so something me and God are working on is how to explain that to people, how people are actually literally being manipulated to do things. Even in your dreams, there's certain cult practices that puppet your body while you are asleep. This sounds very weird. I know it sounds very weird, but just understand that even on certain levels, you have judges, you have courts, you have police officers, you have executives, you have a lot of people who are in on these things. That's why a lot of people who say when you are chosen, you are awakened, you know certain truths. If you are unable to still be controlled by your past trauma, if you are still unable to be controlled by your emotions, if you are still unable to be controlled in your dreams, and they can't take your destiny, and they can't take your sovereignty, and they can't do certain stuff like that, and you're still a threat, then they're going to try to put you in prison, jail, and then they're going to try to put you in mental institutions. Okay, then that's what they are going to do as a third rate. Okay, then they're going to try to set you up some type of way to say you did something. If it's already been a long run and you've had to fight your way up out, and you've had to make certain moves, all that you have already done because they have come for you is going to make you look crazy. It's going to make you look unstable. It's going to make you look unhinged. This happens in your workforce. This happens between your friends. Then they isolate you at the end so that nobody is able to vouch for you and say, oh, I know this person and their character. Rumors and slander. Oh, I know this person, they wouldn't do that. Rumors and slander, isolation from friends, everything like that. And then they look at your last couple years, oh yeah, this person is undependable. That's why they want you to lose your job. That's why they don't want you to make anything of yourself. This person has moved around a lot. This person hasn't had any friends that can vouch for them. This person has had trouble on their job. This is how it goes. That way, when they bring it up into the jury, or when they bring it in court, they're going to be like, oh, there's nobody as a character witness, or this person looks non-dependent. That's why they have to take all of your friends. That's what they have to do, And so, but just know that on a higher scale, that this is a certain type of evolution for you. If you've reached this level, honey, you and God know what's up. And you are at a very nice level of coming into what you need to come into on your path. Just know that the friends that you have lost, the family members that you have lost, who couldn't tell what from what, okay? They weren't meant to be there, okay? And just know that with your destiny, with you moving forward and up, it can't be taken, because they can't be doing what they're doing and still trying to take your destiny. There's no way, because you're not doing that. You've never done that. And the friends that are being able to be taken, they were on your other timelines, okay? So they can step into the old version of you, but that's not the ultimate reason that you are here in this purpose in this life, okay? But they also need it taken from you for you to stay unempowered, okay? And a lot of people, and like I said, this goes much deeper, and I'm gonna come out with deeper things, but I just want to kind of spit up a few things here for this test video, okay? And I think that's it. I'm kind of just splatting things all over the place right now, but me and God are working behind the scenes, much more coordinated, much more calm, much more level key there for you guys, so that the information comes out in flow. That's why I'm making sure that I'm very much in flow. That's why you guys haven't seen me very much. I'm not gonna work under pressure. This is a test video for me it goes, me and God kind of know what's up. Okay, now this video seems everywhere, but it is very kind of calculated between me and God here, okay? So this is not gonna be in a short or anything. This is just gonna be in my own videos. A lot of this knowledge is, of course, out there, but the stance that God has me taking is how it's done behind the scenes, what goes on in those rooms, what they're doing technically to your system and to your mind and to your subconscious, okay? So this is a little throw up video, but me and God have just been working on how to explain the technical things about it. I'll stop that right there. I really love you guys.